What's going on, nation? It's DanielJon, your best friend, and that's what the fuck I'm talking about. Yeah. So we are here with a Sunday Q&A. Let me just brush that hair behind my ear because it was tickling. And I am sitting here drinking me some. Woo, shit. Some Monster Energy. Absolutely zero sugar. Still probably fucking me up, but Monster Energy, if you see this, feel free to sponsor me. I will kindly accept. Oh, one of those cans a day. One of those cans a day would do me. Bitches are £1.43 in my Tesco's. So, Q&A. Got 8 questions for you. Gonna fire them off like. Never shot a gun in my life, but I plan to one day. In a good way, not at somebody or robbing a bank. Depends if the ante's right, I might do it if there's a couple of million involved. Never say never. That's what Justin Bieber said. Anyway, let's get to it. First question, Dan, do you always wear hats? No. But when I do, I pull them off. But typically, this is how I usually have my hairstyle. Kind of swoop back, a bit over a bit, sexual tyrannosaurus kind of thing. And yeah, I don't really pull it off no more because I've kind of got a fucking bit of a messy hairstyle, but I used to have it nice and trimmed and sexy, and if you guys have been following my previous channels, you will see that I used to be kind of a tart, if you want to put it that way. Kind of never wore makeup, but I used to get called, all you care about is your hair. Well, yes, I did. Not. But usually I used to have it nice and short on the sides, longer on top, so I can swoop it back or swoop it over. But since I've been bulking, I told you guys that I was going to grow my hair for the duration of the period, and, excuse me. God Lord, that was a fucking pterodactyl up in this bitch. So I told you guys I was going to grow it, and that's exactly what I did. But this, I've done it now. It hasn't gone great, but that is typically what it would look like. So we're going to grow it, and we're going to see how long we get. I'm going to try and get it down here like Thor, you know, like, or Dan Green, that kind of length. Excuse me, that stuff's made me real gassy. Oh, I'm glad it's my day off tomorrow, otherwise I'll be shitting all over the gym. So, who's the guy training with Leanne? This was brought up in our last pool day video. And just for a reminder, go and check the pool day video out. It is up right now, 6 PM Greenwich Mean Time every single day. That's what we do over here, bloody hell. And the guy training with Leanne was me, probably didn't look like me, but if you're referring to the other person, that was my brother. He was in the video as well. At school, did you get in, this come from Eric, the previous video question come from HS Fitness. This question comes from Eric Draycott, very lovely man. He always comments on my videos, so thank you, Eric. At school, did you get in trouble for anything? Explain. Keep it up, Dan. You're doing great. They're great. Frosted Flakes. They're white. They're great. Yes, I did get in trouble a lot at school. I was always in mischief. I was drunk. I was high. I put scissors in a plug socket and blew myself up. Got thrown off my chair, and my teacher was standing over me like, "You goddamn crazy motherfucker!" And that's a true fucking story. You can ask my mama. Awkward silence. Monster Energy break. And we'll be right back after this interval. I think this stuff's made me hyper. So yes, I did. I stuck a pair of scissors in the plug socket, turned it on, and it straight across the floor. The electricity tripped in the whole classroom. The lights went out, come back on, and I was standing there on the floor, off my stool, and the teacher was standing over me. You're a fool, I'm calling your goddamn mama. So, yeah, true story. But I got in trouble for a lot of things at school. Not good, but a lot of bad things. I was always in the, well, you call it the principal in America. Most of my US guys call it the principal. We call it the head teacher. Or in other words, the guy that does fuck all day, but likes to shout at the students. Anyway, what do you do for cheat meals? Do you have one cheat meal or practically a full day cheat day? I don't cheat. I don't cheat. I don't cheat on my diet. Because I cheat a little bit every single day. I might have a couple of cookies. I might have this, even though there's got no calories in it. This is like a little treat for me. I enjoy drinking that. But you guys know from my breakfasts that I have every day, I have a high-fat breakfast, and that is practically enough for me to keep me going. And if I get a sweet tooth, I just go and buy a dairy milk or something, or a bit of chocolate. Nothing spectacular. But I don't typically have a full cheat day. The last cheat day I did was on one of my other YouTube channels. I think that got about 45,000 hits. And it was epic. 8,700 calories in one day. I did that. Couldn't move the next day though. Anyway, for the next question. For the next Q&A, This is from It's My Midlife Crisis, my brother from another mother. He's the one that goes, It's LT Rob here, back with another ball-busting video. He's awesome. He goes, does your cool-ass accent give you more power in the gym? Do you ever say the term bloody during heavy deads? Does my cool-ass accent give me a... Typically, I don't use this accent in the gym. This is put on. Usually I talk like this, or I talk like anything I really want, really. I do accents all the time, you know. I'll be in the gym and I'll just do a different accent all the time, you know. Just hey, pretty lady, or just, I don't know. In the gym, I'm having fun. That's what I'm there for. I'm there to have fun and work out. So I don't talk like this in the gym. You know, I might talk like this just to my brother, but if I'm going to do a heavy ass deadlift, I'll do a funny voice or something. I find it works. It does. And do I ever say bloody? Yeah, I say bloody hell all the time. I'm English, man. That's what we do. We hit our finger. Bloody hell, man. Fuck this shit. God damn. So yeah, I do say that all the time. My mum says it a lot as well. Can you do a video on ways where my girlfriend and I could work together while meeting our goals, strength and mass, and her goals, generic gym chick physique? You're welcome, Ryan. Basically, I'll do that in a separate video of training types for men and women, but to be honest with me and Leanne, we train exactly the same. We do exactly the same compound movements, exactly the same accessory lifts, exactly the same ab workouts, exactly the same calf raises. We do not change anything from type to type. A body is a body at the end of the day. You're all trying to build muscle to make yourself look good. The only thing that's going to change the way you look is your diet. So if you put in more calories in, you're going to get bigger. If you put less calories in than you need, you're going to get smaller. It's one of those typical things. It's calories in versus calories out. If you're training exactly the same, doesn't mean you get exactly the same results. And typically a woman won't get the same results as a man anyway, because your testosterone levels are a lot higher than a female's anyway. So typically train the same, train hard, train insane, and enjoy the journey. That's what I can say, guys. But until then, I will do a separate video on that. Daniel, dear Daniel, if you are rich, this one's a funny question, this motherfucker. Natural muscle Brit. If you were a rich man, basically, what he's saying, right, he says, if a rich man who had an accident, which meant he lost half of his mushroom tip, saw yours in the gym shower and offered you $250,000 for half of it, would you take the money? You could buy a house for 200k. Put it this way, they call me slack. You know what that is? Because I got slack. Ask Leanne. I'm only joking. I got half an inch and 6 wrinkles. Trust me, that motherfucker's so shriveled up, if it goes anywhere else, it's going inside me. But typically, would I give it away? Could I give it a loan? I'll loan it out to him. Maybe let him have fun with it for a little while and then give it back. But no, typically, my Pen15 is my Pen15. Do I want to rent it out? Maybe, if the price is right, if 250k if he wants to rent it. But if I had a 12-inch penis, which I do, then I would give him 6 inches quite comfortably. Because it's not the size of the nail, it's the hammer that hits it. And at the moment, I'm nearly 200 pounds, so that motherfucking hammer is getting pummeled. So, what do you do for a living, Dan? I mean, you train during the night, so you have a late night job. Also, what is your story? My story is pretty simple. I used to be fat. I used to drink a lot of alcohol. I used to do drugs. I used to binge on fatty foods. And now I'm kind of the same person. Basically, what do you do for a living, Dan? I'm a machine excavator. That didn't make no sense. I'm an excavator operator. I had this big conversation with Nadine Bazir that I can't be a self-employed machine operator because I don't own my own machine. But there was a big misunderstanding there. Basically, I drive machines. I don't do it so much no more because I do this, YouTube. I started the business. So typically, I don't really do a great deal of work no more. But I used to be a full-time builder. I've done it for about 7 or 8 years. And I absolutely loved it. I think it's one of the best jobs in the world. And if you are a person that lacks motivation and lacks basically the will to live, I suggest you become a builder, because you have to work your fucking ass off every single day, working snow, rain, shit, piss, whatever it's raining, snowing, whatever it is, you got to work in it. There is no, oh, it's raining today. You got to get in that water. You got to work your ass off, and there is no ifs or buts about it. And the money's typically quite good. You know, that is how I bought all my computers. I've got an iMac 27-inch. I've got a MacBook Pro over there. I've got my other laptop, which is here. And things like that. So the money's good. I've done it for long enough to enjoy it, and it physically makes you strong anyway. And I've got one other question. and this is the reason why I left this to last, because it's interesting. What would you do if someone offered you a sponsorship? Someone asked me this question the other day. And typically, it depends. Now, I actually got offered a sponsorship the other day. Someone contacted me from YouTube. They saw my videos and they offered me a sponsorship. I'm not going to say the name of the company because I haven't discussed it with them yet. And I'm typically probably not going to take it. Because at the end of the day, being sponsored is great. But then at the end of the day, you've got to answer to somebody. You know, if you've got to put something in your videos, if you've got to put something in the comment section, if something like that, you know, it's typically... The reason I did this YouTube thing was to be me. And I don't want to feel like someone's got a say over what I do. So typically, if the price was right and the contract was... Put it this way, I wouldn't agree on their terms. I would not fucking do that. Their terms is to benefit them, okay? If someone said to me, we're going to give you £1,000 a month and you have to put this in your videos, every single video, blah, 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 I said, no, fuck you. Motherfucker, I upload 2 videos a day. People don't want to be bombarded with shit because if they don't want to buy it. So I would come to some sort of agreement, but if I ever do, I'd let you guys know. So I hope you guys are all good. I'm sorry this video was pretty lengthy. You get that? Lengthy. Easy doosey, I'll give you some length. Don't act like you've never said that to nobody before. You know I'm talking about. Oh, I'll just kick the light. Hold up, let me give it a leg over. So, I hope this video has been informative. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. And as always, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace! Where I take the questions throughout that week and I fire them off like... kind of like that. So first question, how old am I? 20?